champion Sonny Edwards had a big fight coming up with Dan Rodriguez. How you feeling, champ?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I mean, we did the press conference yesterday. I'm here on the broadcast to do some work with the Hitchens and Peter fight. On comms as well, I believe, tomorrow night on fight night. So yeah, just coming here, getting my introduction to America, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now that fight is happening here in America?
Yeah, 16th of December, Arizona, Glendale.
Okay. Big Mexican crowd over there, but I'm sure, you know, you've dealt with pressure before and you're ready for the big fight opportunity. You know, you're one of the best fighters at 112 pounds, correct?
Yeah, I believe I'm the best in the world, and yeah, I believe there is, a big Latino, big Mexican following there, which is good. I'll be real, I've always wanted to challenge myself, push myself, and cracking America in sort of the lion's den, so to speak, is kind of everything I want it to be and everything it needs to be honest. Walking in the lion's den and come out as the champion with 2 belts, it's movie settings. It's a dream come true, really. So.
Now, what do you think you have to bring to the table to beat a guy like Dan Rodriguez? He's a 2-division world champion. He's a pressure fighter. He likes to throw a lot of punches and everything. You know, what do you have to navigate that and beat that style?
I'll be real, I think our resumes, okay, he's got the 2-weight. I'll be real, I count his super flyweight as legitimate. You know, the vacant flyweight title against someone no one had really heard of or cared. Everyone knew Baum was going to win that. So, would I say that maybe means he's, more accomplished than me? I don't think so. I feel like with those same fights, I would have won the same way. He's a very good fighter, Bam. I know this. Taking the fight, that was a big part of wanting the fight, because I know the challenge, I know the competitive level of the fight. I just feel like I got to be the best version of myself. I'm already preparing, way out, I'm in good shape, my weight's good, I've already been sparring with sparring partners, I've already just come back off a 2-week training camp, only stopped it to come here to do the promo. We're going back into camp as soon as I get back. Just be the best version of myself. I think a lot of people don't really see what I do until it's the time, like a BAM fight. And now, when they're expecting someone to get to me, or they're expecting someone to break me down or hurt me, etc., and then it goes 12 rounds, wide point, then it's mind-blowing, I've had it once before when I was the underdog against Mariti in a similar setting to this. Now I'm the slight underdog in this fight by bookies, I guess. But I don't look into any of that or care about too much, but I just know that a lot more is gained when you're perceived to be, up against it.
Okay. Are you going to come in like a couple of weeks before, ahead of time, to get some sparring in with some American fighters?
I think I'll do most of my sparring back home and where I do camp. When I come over to America, I think mostly it will be just acclimatizing. My weight will be made by that point. I'll just be eating, and the last few weeks I don't do too much.
What's your walk-around weight right now?
Right now about 60 kilo. I don't know what that is in pounds. Around the lightweight limit.
Really?
10 kilos.
Okay.
10 kilos, but for me that's perfect, Absolutely where I want it to be, where my nutrition.
Down to 112.
Yeah, just bit by bit. I never do anything fight week. Ever since I've been a world champion, you don't see me in no sweatsuits, doing no long runs.
Okay.
The last 4 fights I've had, I've not trained once on fight week. The last 4, always world champion. So weight's not an issue for me. I do it very properly. I've got a good team, a great nutritionist as well.
I'm pretty sure you're here to support your fellow countryman, Conor Benn. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, well, firstly, me and Sandy go way back. We was friends on Team GB days. I remember she was one of the first people to help my firstborn son. So, me and Sandy, we go way back. I'm looking forward to her putting a performance. Obviously, the return of Conor Benn as well. Whether you think it's right, whether you think it's wrong. I know he's been out of the ring for a period of time. That is probably on par with most fighters of a certain stature that get banned. Probably even longer, if we're actually really going to start calling names and offending people. But yeah, he's been out in the ring. He hasn't got a license for them to restrict him to fight in America. So I ain't got no opinion on it. It is what it is at this point. I'm a small cog. I'll just fight and turn up and just worry about my things. But he's very exciting, and for British boxing fans, he's one of the big names, especially after the whole scandals, So,
would you like to see him here in America more often and fighting guys like Boots Ennis?
I mean, I'll be real, if I'm being perfectly real, I think all those, Jaron Ennis, I think them fighters right now are just a clear level above us. I think right now for Conor Benn, it's more, what fight can you get where the other person has got the biggest platform and reach? Not the best fights, and I don't think that's the angle of his career now.
More like Chris Eubanks Jr. That's
Chris Eubanks Jr., Kell Brooks, you know, fighters with big names that maybe near the end of the
That will
career.
sell, but that's gonna sell more in the
Market,
UK. But if
but
he wants to make an impact here in America, he's gonna have to fight the
Fight the
bigger
proper
names.
fight, yeah, for sure. But I think right now the probably goal would probably be that Chris Eubank fight. You would imagine. It was, from my knowledge, I don't know, but there was about 9 million on the table for the pair of them, and that was before a scandal and a Eubank Junior performance like that, etc., etc. So it's even bigger now, much bigger.
What do you think about the fight coming up next week with Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo?
You know what?
Jermell Charlo.
Canelo's really good. Very obviously, he's elite, but I like Charlo, man. I like Charlo, man.
Good boxing, good jab.
A lot of people saying Canelo's the bigger man when it first got made until they saw the head-to-head. And I was thinking, just because someone's gone up to 81 kilos or 180 pounds, whatever it is, just because someone's gone up there, it doesn't necessarily make him a bigger man. When they come together, Charlo looks way bigger than him, in my opinion, and I think he'll fill out as such as well. And I don't know, I think Canelo's been on the decline for the last few years, and but it's hard. I think it's hard to get to the top and maintain it year after year after year after year.
Everybody talks about the John Ryder fight, you know, they're basing it off of that, you know, that he's on a decline, and also what happened with the Bivol fight, and he didn't look that great against Triple G in the third fight.
I think he just slowed down a bit. He's not as like electric and like sharp maybe, but when you put on weight and get stronger, that's going to happen. I think sometimes he gets in the ring just expecting to walk someone down and hit them and fold them, and if it doesn't happen right now, I'm not sure how his 12-round styling, if I'm perfect on it.
What's your prediction?
Charlo win, man. I want him to though. I want him to.
All right, man. Congratulations. Welcome to America.
Thank you,
Hope to
bro.
see you soon again here in America for your big fight in December.